Greeting friends, I am so excited that you are able to join this video. In this video, I will be answering the question, can you really be profitable in trading? I get a lot of people asking the question, can I make a career in trading? Can you really make money in trading? Is trading worth it? And I'm going to answer that question because I also have been there before, and I nearly quit trading because of some of the losses that I suffered in my journey in trading. And I want to share with you why I still believe that one can make a career in trading, or why trading I think is profitable. And I hope that you enjoy this video as you journey with me about my background in trading. And it started back in 2017 when I started to get so much involved in trading, because I think I knew about it earlier than that, and I tried to trade through the demo. But I think it was around 2017, 2016 where I started to dedicate more in trading. But obviously during that time, trading was not as popular as it is now, and we didn't have what we have now in terms of prop firm. If you don't know what are prop firms, just check a video that I've done, which is on prop firm. Prop firm basically are companies that allows you to use their simulated markets or money in order to trade. So you just buy the account and they allow you to trade that particular account, and if you pass it, you are able to get into a stage where you can get funded to trade. So they were not there, and so capital was very important for one to trade, and we didn't have much. So one at the most will have $100 account and try to grow that into $1 million, which we all know is not an easy thing to do. It might take you long, particularly if you've got no skill. It's not even impossible to do. So back then, 2017, and I remember that time, there were few traders in SA in particular who looked like they were successful. I mean, you could name them. I think there were 2 or 3 that were very successful. At least they presented so. Very flashy, colorful cars, and they sort of, I think created a perception that one can make a lot of money in trading. And I mean, I was very interested and I really wanted to make it in trading. And I remember, because the frustration of a demo account, if you remember demo account, I think demo account have also improved, because at that time your demo account was actually funded about, I think it was about a $10,000 or more, but now you can even get a less amount into your demo account just to create the reality of what people face in terms of the demo account. You can get $1,000. Back then it was a lot of money. So the way you succeed in the demo account, because you've got millions, it will not translate in the real trading world. So when you trade, practically does not translate with what you saw in the demo. So it got to a point where, out of the frustration of trading without money and not seeing any possibility how one will be able to become or break into becoming a millionaire with, we borrowed some cash. A friend of mine and I borrowed cash from one friend of ours that we knew. I think it was about 100K that we borrowed in order to trade. And the whole idea was, obviously we wanted to become millionaires with that 100,000. And I recall at that time, I think we started with just $1,000, with $1,000. I mean, I think during that time, $1,000 was about maybe 14,000 rand in South African currency. And we tested with $1,000 to see, and we were able to make some profit, which made us very excited, because we thought then we can actually grow this 100,000 into millions within a day or two. So we put $1,000 and we were able to make profits from it. And I recall very well, during that time, there was a major political event where the president reshuffled cabinet overnight, and that was a huge thing on the news. And the USD ZAR at the time was very volatile. And I remember, because at that time I was actually trading on the account, and we actually then put the whole of that 100,000, I think it was about 8,000 if not $6,000 at the time, and within few hours we were able to move that money to double it, from 8,000 or 6,000 to about 17,000 at the most. I remember at the night, by the time I slept, we had made about 17,000, taking advantage of the volatility of the market because of all this political event that was happening in the country at the time. And I mean, obviously, we're very excited that we're able to double the money, and we're already thinking after making our million, we withdraw the money that we borrowed, and then we can then use the millions to grow it further. Before I go any further, you know that this channel aims to help you level up your life and career. I've personally developed these self-paced courses that will put you on your path to success. I encourage you that you visit the course platform and explore the courses that we have on offer. To access the course, you can go to the description of the video that you are watching, and you will see a link written a course. Click on that link and it will lead you to the course platform. All the best as you explore the courses we have on offer. Let's continue with the video. And to the shock of my life, I mean, so because it was a shared account with my friend, we're trading together at that time. We just got exposed to trading and we used to share everything that we do. At night, I think he tried to, also trade and grow that money further. And to my shock, when I woke up in the morning, he told me that all the money was gone. Obviously, for a minute, I thought he's joking. He has got a very good surprise for me. Maybe we're already millionaires. Only to find out that indeed the money was gone. And I can tell you, that thing really shattered me. And it broke me, and I was so discouraged about trading. And I mean, if you have ever lost, particularly when you lose a lot of money, that is why people will think trading is a scam. I didn't at that time think it's a scam. I mean, I had no profit to show. I had nothing to show about trading, but I think a scam is not what I thought. But I did think that perhaps there are people behind this trading who are moving the market or manipulating things so that we can lose and they gain the money. That's what I was thinking at the time. But it really shattered me, and I felt maybe there are people who are really making sure that one doesn't make it. They control the trades in the background. They see when you've got a lot of money to manipulate it so that you don't win. And it affected me so much that I stopped trading at all. I remember that time, I think I just felt maybe it's not meant that one can be financially free or a millionaire from trading. So I stopped trading at all. And and for years I never traded. I think at that time probably it took me until 2023 to come back in trading. And mainly because even though I've stopped trading, I was still now and then seeing people who were trading, making money. And at the back of my mind, I believe that maybe there's something in this trading. Maybe it was me and there's something. And that's when actually I decided to come back in trading. But this time, I actually, we paid one of a gentleman that my friend knew money to train us so that we can have the right foundation, which I think really helped, because sometimes you are doing something but you lack the foundation, so you are just doing it based on what you think but I think the foundations are very important, just so that you've got the basics that you need in order to train. So you learn within a structured environment to build a foundation, and so that you can trade in the right way. So I started in 2023. I think it's the time when I started to come back, a little bit into trading, test it out. At that time, I think there was XM. Back in the days, I think the company that we used then was ETX. I don't know if it still exists. It was an ETX. It was a London-based company, and I think it was used by SECA. I forgot his name, this famous London trader. He was using it, I think, at the time. So we used that. And yeah, but it was the most famous one. But when we came back 2023, XM now was, you know, the most popular. It was giving a bonus, and you know, you could trade without paying a cent. But obviously we used to blow those bonuses. But I started with XM until I discovered synthetic indices, and I did a video where I speak about the difference between forex and synthetic indices. Watch that video because it will show you the distinction between the two. At this point, I no longer trade forex. Actually, I do trade forex in terms of the prop firm, but personally, on my personal account, I only trade synthetic indices, and I explained that on that particular video where I compared them. Forex, I only do it for the prop firm because most of the prop firm, or actually there's no prop firm for the synthetic indices. So I started in 2023, and you know, it was, you know, baby steps in terms of trading, and I started to see some profit. I started to see, you know, $20, then there I started to see $50, and I must say that I think what started to give me comfort in trading was when I made that $50. I used to withdraw it, and I must tell you, you might not believe or know that trading is not a scam until you come to a point where you can withdraw the profits. I tell you, withdrawal is what gives you closure for you to believe that trading is not a scam. It's like if you are caught in a scam, if anybody in the group who are caught in a scam gets paid by the scammer, that on its own make you to sort of lower your guards. Because why? Payment does something to you psychologically to say this is real. And I think that's the best thing that I've ever done for myself, was to withdraw my profits. And I want to encourage you that if you do get into trading, for whatever reason, beginner's luck, you make it or you make some cash, make sure that you withdraw. It's only when you withdraw that you are going to believe and understand that trading is not a scam. So I used to withdraw those $50, $60, and for me, I think that gave me sort of, you know, that awareness that, you know, there's a possibility in trading. You can make some cash and you can withdraw. But I will say, I think the aha moment happened, I think this was probably maybe in 2024, where I flipped $100 to $1,000 overnight, because at that time I needed money, and then I started to trade and I flipped that. I think I remember very well. I think I started to trade around 9 in the evening. That's on Friday. By 4 in the morning on Saturday, I had made $1,000, and it was not only a day. I was actually able to repeat it the following day. I made $1,000 again the following day, and that's when I saw that actually there's something in this. You can just do your calculation how many percentage it is to move $100 to $1,000. I started to realize that there is a possibility that one can actually make a living from trading. And I even started to record. It was at that time actually where I started to record, and I started this particular channel. If you have been part of this channel for a long time, you remember I used to post my trades, because I used to just go into the market and make money and withdraw, make money and withdraw. And I made this channel because I was shocked at the ability that one can able to gain so much through trading. And I made that channel. I started to post my trades on the channel. So that's how I actually started to grow the channel. Before I continue with this, if you are enjoying this content, I want you to do me a favor, like this video, click on the subscribe, and share it with as many people as possible. Back to the story. So the question now about, can you become profitable in trading? My answer is very simple. It is yes. Because when I started, I saw those profits, and I think 2024, 5 rather, I think became the best when I started to see increment where I can make a $500, I could make $600, I could make $300 days, I could make $850, I started to see that actually if one can be consistent, which I have not been, I've realized as much as I was making this money, I've not been that consistent because I've been busy working, trading part-time and making this profit. And that made me realize that actually trading, if you can just commit, make time, commit to it, you are able to make a lot of money. And I must tell you that I think commitment is the key. Commitment is the key because it will make you to be consistent and be able to make money in trading. So to answer that question, can you become profitable? Can you make a career in trading? Can you make money in trading? My answer is yes. That is very possible. You can do that. However, you need to understand what you are doing. If you don't know what you are doing, you're going to lose a lot of money. You need to understand what you are doing. Secondly, you need to be able to analyze the charts. Remember, trading is about price action. So if you don't understand the charts, you don't understand price action, you might end up losing money unnecessary. But thirdly, you must have discipline and good money management. Discipline, good money management. And I've realized that because even if I've got $100, I think what's more important is, are you able to keep that $100? Even if you can grow it to $500, but are you able at the end to protect your initial investment? That's the most important part, and that's where discipline and money management comes in. So trading made me realize that lesson or learning is very important. Trading is just like any other profession, but it is performance-based profession, which means your financial outcome are not limited by time, but by your skill. Just as I could take $100 to $1,000, somebody can take a month to make that. Somebody can take a year to make that. So the outcome of trading are skill-based. When you have got the skill, you are able to make more money in trading than just a normal person just working. However, the key advice I will give you is not about the making money fast. It's about knowing how to make it and make it consistently. Anybody who trades can tell you the most important part is about being consistent, being able to consistently trade, being able to consistently repeat what you do daily. Trade the same way, trade the same session, trade the same strategy. Consistency is the key in trading that everybody needs. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to start trading, I want to encourage you, check out a course that I have developed which can help you to start in trading. I have showed you how I was able to get into trading to start to grow, and there's a course that I've developed to give you the basics on how to start in trading, to introduce you to the basic, because trading is like any other profession. Trading is like any other discipline. If you don't have the background, if you don't have the structure, if you don't have the know-how of trading, you might struggle. So I developed this course particularly so that I can help you be able to get the background in trading so that you can start in the right path. Do the course. The link is below this video. Click there and do the course, and I hope that you can start your trading journey and be successful if you trade. If you're not yet a subscriber of this channel, I encourage you that subscribe, share this video with as many people as possible. If you know anybody who wants to start trading and they're asking themselves the same question, whether can somebody be profitable in trading, whether can one make a career in trading, whether can one make money in trading, this is the right video for them. Share it with them, and I hope that they start their journey in trading. This is Dr. T, and I wish you all the best in your trading journey. I am out.